And welcome back to Shogun 2 Fall of the Samurai with the Scramble for the Far East mod. So, it's the spring of 1869, and as of the last year I've been able to siege out a number of castles, and so for that I have prepared a montage of me taking out these castles. As I recall editing that was less than 2 minutes, but each siege took at least like 30 to 45 minutes at the minimum. But here we are, it's the spring of 1869 and the Koreans are actually resurgent. So they've been able to beat the Russians up here and they have captured this area. Some of their armies are heading back, and they've also been able to, during winter, build up a few armies. They're slipping through a gap right here. I guess there's kind of like some roads going through here. Well, not really, but clearly there's a movement through here with troops, which is going to cost me the fact that I did not move any troops through there. However, when I was setting my troops on their way, it was winter, and so I had no interest of going through this territory through winter, or because there's no proper roads here, it takes a long time to march through here. So I didn't think they were going to move through, and I decided I wasn't going to move through. Clearly that was a mistake. I should have at least posted one army to defend that area, and that might just cost me a lot of time, because I have to go back and retake this, possibly. Hopefully, this area might just be able to defend itself, but let's maybe expect that it doesn't. Let's go ahead and continue forwards here. So the armies are now coming together. We've got 2 armies down here that should be ready to march forward. We're gonna bring the agent there. We're gonna start marching up through. These could do with a bit of replenishment. However, at this point, because there's so many armies now converging towards this area, I don't think that's going to be necessary. The one with extra cannons is the one that's going to lay the siege here. And then this one is going to be the one to kind of go out and block this one so it doesn't come in and try and recover that. I want to send out my agent just to see if there's any more armies there, but no, it looks like these 2. Hopefully by me laying siege here, it might get these guys to come back and we can have a field battle there. Meanwhile, we've got 4 armies up here, which is now moving in a very strong maneuver towards here, and hopefully heading towards the capital, among other things. First and foremost, though, we're gonna have to take this area north. Gangwon is first on the list of areas that we need to conquer. And we also need to make sure that if the Koreans want to send their armies back down against us, I was hoping maybe I'd be able to take out all the Korean territory here, and these I wouldn't have to face these armies at all. Unfortunately, since they actually took this area, that seems to not be the case, and we're gonna be in for possibly quite a bit of trouble. Now, I will be able to bombard them with my navy quite a bit, so it won't be too bad, hopefully. The best result will actually be if the Russians turned up and they started dealing with these forces. But there we go. There's also some developments around here. I had someone assassinated right about now. Doesn't really say who. I imagine it was a geisha. I know I have lost a ninja that was trying to sabotage the gates. I think it was of this castle, and he died. It was one of my good ones, so that stinged a little bit. So we got a new guy up here that we're retraining. These guys are asking for peace. However, currently my British vassals are kicking their butts, so I'm gonna allow them continue that. The only thing that would be a little bit worrisome here is if the British are able to gather enough territory that they kind of go, you know what, we don't want to be a vassal anymore, and would break away from that, because that would cause quite a bit of trouble for me. But if they keep conquering area, that's just a really easy way for me to just add to my coffers without any effort whatsoever. Currently, I need an additional 5 territories. So only another 5, and we've got 4 here. And then with the last one, which is the Russian capital up here, I'm pretty sure we're set for victory. One thing that I do need to set up though is like proper recruitment for troops here in Korea, just so we have those little bit extra proper troops in each town garrison there to make sure that they do not get attacked in a similar fashion to this. With that said, I've done everything I can this turn, so we're trying to look for a proper land battle, but we might be able to get one around here. Let's go ahead and I'm thinking maybe I should end this siege. Like if I fight this siege. But I kind of feel like it will be more urgent for them to come back to save a town that's under siege than one that's already fallen. They might just go ahead and continue here. So I guess we'll go on that also. Sieges take a lot of time. And if I wait, I can bring up these two and it'll be an easy auto-resolve with hopefully no losses whatsoever. And I'm hoping for a similar situation up here where I'll be able to lay siege and do an easy auto-resolve, so I don't have to play through those. With that said, we can get no further unless we end turn, so let's go ahead and do just that. I don't know what I was worried about. Apparently the garrison alone is able to take down the Korean army. It's well in favor of me. There's 7,200 troops garrisoned here, while 8,000 Koreans attack. They should have brought some rockets, because this is not going to work out for them. I didn't really care about this peace proposal. I'm just like contemplating the fact that I out-resolved that when it was clearly in favor of me, yet I ended up as a close defeat. And like, we're gonna have to double back with some armies and like cross an area which is not easy crossable because there's no proper road or anything. That mistake cost me a lot of time. No, I'm not interested in your peace, Korea. Damn it. Province lost. I don't see that very often. So that kind of stings. Assassination attempt. Army crushed. That was the army that we sabotaged. That's probably on the island. I don't really care about that. That's a Russian assassin. A Russian assassin has moved through all this just to come at me. We're not even at war. Any longer, anyways. 91% chance. Bye-bye, jury. God damn it. Assassin's gonna continue on the road here, and he just runs into this one. Oh, this one. Ah, this is another replacement assassin. We're gonna have this one march through. Take a look at what's going on. Right. So that wasn't great. That wasn't great at all. But the main force kind of moving through here in a very strong way, so that's working out for me. Yeah. This one, how to deal with that, because I do not really have like any we're building culture stores. I didn't really have anything to send that way right now anyways. What armies do I have? Any big armies? We do have... Those are not proper armies. These are garrison armies. Could I ship that over here? The easiest way is a naval pickup. But even then the port is over here, so that's pointless. I wonder if I can pick up along the coast here. Can I? If I want... No. We can only pick up... Damn it. Right, and the only way is to go through there, which is way too long. We are closing in anyways. We're gonna keep this under siege, and what I think I'll do is I'll detach this, the Marine Army, and we'll go out here and fight these. Or try to fight them before they... What I'll do is I'll move in here and then attack, because I want to get both of them into one fight. Oh, he ran away. Huh. Well, I'm sure they come back and attack me in force. Right, so that wasn't great. That was a big mistake, losing this area. But, what naval forces do I have? I could... Would it be quicker to recruit like a new force from here, from the capital? What kind of troops? I could get colonial infantry. I would need cannons though. That would take 4 turns. Crossing this is another 4 turns, but it might be quicker to send them through here. You know what? I do have an army up here, which I laid in ambush then to kind of protect these guys. I could bring that one. Well, no. We'll figure it out. I'm sure that this is just a nuisance. It's not going to be a major problem, I say now. Let's go ahead and end turn and see what they do next. I'm going to have to send an assassin down there to at least keep an eye on the area. We're able here to bring up the 2 extra armies, and it should be an easy out-resolve. Although I do not trust out-resolves at this point. It wasn't actually an easy out-resolve, even though I've got 16,000 men ready to back me up. That is not great, but should be better up here, right? I would imagine. Let's lay it on the siege. We're gonna have this one move around, chase that one away, have the main general, faction leader, come in. Alright, so now we have 4 completely surrounding this, and I would say that's a pretty comfortable lead. They've got 7,000 men against my 23,000. That should be an easy out-resolve, shouldn't it? And it was. They lost their entire force and I only lost 1,600 men. So that's how we do it. I guess I can bring in the 4th army down in the south. And that way I should be able to... oh, we can start building train station as well. Oh, it's a cavalry college. I don't need that. Right, so that went well. We replenish fast enough, so it'll be ready within 1 turn to march again. And we'll just bring this guy over so we can quickly out-resolve this. We get similar assault. I don't think it's as good. It could be because the general attacking is not as good. So this one's I'm a little bit more worried about. But I shouldn't have been, because here we only lost 500 while killing a similar force as up in the north. And we were able to successfully occupy this area. Wonderful. Here we got proper barracks actually to get better troops. We've got an armorer, which is kind of wasted on a province in here because the only thing they really add is, well, repair cost, but also the fact that they add minus to recruitment of ships in this province, which is not really going to happen in this province, is it? I wonder if we have anyone with movement range to actually not only fight this battle, but to fight this army out here. And that would be the army that took the castle. And it can! However, the enemy decides to leave. Right, this assassin's gonna go down and take a look at what we've got down here. And as we close in there, I'll see about forcing the enemy into a field battle. Could be if they come out here. This one looks like a promising battle because there's enough armies. Maybe even if this guy moves in and joins them here, we could have a proper big battle in this area. With that said, let's go ahead and end turn once more and slowly but surely strangle out the Korean kingdom. Bad news all around. So the Russians have declared war on us and they are sending an invasion force. I spotted it off the coast of somewhere along here. So I'm guessing they're trying to attack my Korean holdings. So there's a number of places which they can land. So they can land here. They can land here. And then they can land down here. Now which area they're going for, I have no idea. I'm thinking they're gonna go here, which would be the best one for me, worst one for them. Just because they got no close area to attack. This one would probably be the worst one for me. Just because, like, I don't have anything on the island. Or actually, this one would probably be the worst because they have possibilities to conquer a lot more in this area. With that said, I will continue marching. So we will set these guys on towards the southern part of Gangwon. And this army right here is going to continue to chase this guy. What I should do to actually force him into battle is sabotaging his army so he can't move, and I was able to accomplish that, which was great. And we should actually sabotage this guy as well, make sure he can't retreat into the castle. So that's great on that end. And then these will start to make it towards, start marching and making the way down towards the Koreans' capital, but staying on our sides, we can get that little bit of replenishment as we lost 1600 or so. It's one rocket troop. Seems very unlikely that they'll be able to get through here. With the fact... oh, there's quite a few here. I'll go through that at the end. With the fact that the enemy is... or the Russians have declared war on us, let's just make sure that at least some of these areas which can recruit troops are recruiting troops. I don't know. I think the garrison forces are pretty strong. I don't want to lose this, and I don't want to make the same mistake as before. So we're gonna go ahead and attack here. But then also, yes, I forgot, there was not just bad news from Russia. There's bad news from here as well. France has declared war. The Enzo Republic, I hate them because they keep attacking out. They have a full stack and then they rush it out to meet the French, and they get absolutely murdered by the French because, well, the French is probably the best army in the game, given their range and accuracy and everything, really. So it's probably the best force. There was also the French Navy moving down. The thing about this, though, is that at this point I've got 11 million pounds, or whatever you, or whatever the currency is you have in this. So, as much as I would like to defeat the French, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay them off by paying them 250,000 pounds for peace. And so I don't have to worry about that. Great, we're at peace again. This one is more of an especially insurance in case the French would launch a lightning attack where I wouldn't be able to pay them off in time. With that, we're really closing in on the Koreans here. We're gonna go ahead and fight ourselves the first land battle of this video. I am pretty sure I'll steamroll the Koreans here. I don't really like the tier 2 troops because they don't really have... they have the range, but they don't have the accuracy, and I feel they've kind of fired scattered shot at that range. But I have enough cannons and enough cavalry to swiftly sweep the Koreans away. Plus, they do not have a proper general to lead them. With that said, let's draw into battle and defeat this army of Haesung. Pretty straightforward. I've got enough artillery to blast them back into whatever century they decided to model their army on. I will focus my cavalry onto one area, so I think we'll go on this side. We'll go on the right. They'll be led by the 21st Dragoons. Short range, however, a killer fire rate. And since the Koreans don't really have much to fire back at us with, we'll surely just smash them to pieces. I should be firing shrapnel, I feel like, to really ram them down. I probably didn't need to move that far forward given the range, but now I don't have the same accuracy problem. The Koreans are moving strongly to the side while I move the cavalry to the side, which kind of works out, actually. Forward units of the Korean army is already having problems. Why isn't the shrapnel shots going in? The trajectory of the shrapnel shot is different, so that's probably why. Like, the Koreans maneuver so quickly into a absolutely disastrous position for themselves that I barely have time to get my cavalry into the position. At this point, if I just hold off my cavalry attack, I could probably win this battle without losing a single soldier. You're not really supposed to charge spearmen, however, if they're looking the other way around, you might overwhelm them with thunderous hooves. And these guys peppering away. Right, cavalry, force your way through. Looks like the Korean army is in full retreat, and now all I need to do is chase them down. Someone said it's better just to click end and have sort of the computer just kill everyone for you. I did that mistake, which I'm not going to do again, because it did not kill adequate enough of troops, and then I was left with an army that was running about and causing mayhem. So I think I'll stick with this way of doing things and running the enemy down myself. As they say, if you want a job done well, you gotta do it yourself.
Today, sir, we attack.
죽기 딱 좋은 날씨군.
Decisive victory. We only lost 65 men, while the enemy lost their entire force. I thought. I don't know if it was worth a statue. Probably the only one we get for Korea at this rate. Just because they're not much putting up much of a fight. I was a little bit hopeful when I saw the kind of resurgence of troops being built up, but they're not really able to bring anything, are they? We still have a possibility around the capital, and we still have this army around here. Although cavalry is probably going to go worse for them, unless they're able to pull off an ambush. Unfortunately for them, there are apparently no trees whatsoever in Korea. No particular terrain at all. The Sacho Alliance is reaching out, asking for a military alliance. This would be well, because that is probably the best force on the island besides me. Oh, well, I'm not counting the French. Shut up. But like in that doesn't need ships to come into range of me. That's what I mean. They and their enemies are my enemies, except for the Netherlands. But they could possibly be a good vassal if I feel so inclined. I will accept, in fact. We have been enemies for a long time, although we never actually came to blow at all. But yes, let's go ahead and be allies. The Russian force have yet to be seen. I wonder, maybe they chickened out now that I am allied with the Sacho Alliance. Maybe they don't want to come down here. Anyways, we're reorganizing this army and we're gonna go ahead and march. As you can see, there's a reason why I didn't take this route. This short way is now gonna take me 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. While marching on road, the same distance would have taken 1 or 2 turns. And then just the second one would just be that little extra to push me over the top. What we're looking at here, right, we've got quite the sizable forces out here.
Yes, my lord.
I would want them both to be dragged into the same battle, but it looks like that's not gonna be the case. But if we start at least by trying to sabotage this one, right, so that one's set up for a battle now, he can't move anywhere. And then, if we go ahead and sabotage this one, god damn it, he would have been perfect because he would have been within range and we would have drawn out the troops out of the castle. Now, if I attack him, I'm sure he's gonna run away. Let's just cross then with the armies that need it. So it's these two. The Brunswickens, he doesn't have 5 stars yet. He only has 4. Actually, this one as well, they can get up to 6 stars. I only have 1 6-star. Right? I'm pretty sure I have 2 that are 6-star. Is it this guy? No, this guy is about to get 6 stars, so I only have 1 6-star, but I'm about to get another one. Okay, so everyone but the faction leader. But I don't want to scare them away, and I want to try and hold them there. So let's just advance so we're well within range. And I want to bring in everyone just because I want everyone to get the experience. And then the faction leader... Faction leader could actually start heading back towards the naval point, and then we can launch him with the navy instead. Or at least it looks like the Koreans are coming down, so he can be at least moved over here. Let's go ahead and take a look how far the Koreans have gone. Not too far. Let's go ahead and bombard them. And especially the ones... They don't have a general, so they won't get reinforcements. Imagine that. I've got so many ships here, and imagine all those thousands of Korean troops marching along this road next to the sea, and then being absolutely bombarded by the Prussian Navy as they move along. With hundreds of Koreans falling in the process. Pretty nicely done, and it's pretty well set up here. We'll go ahead and see who needs it the most. Since you are actually that close, I think you should lead the attack then on this army. This should be a similar type of fight. I've got better cavalry because we got heavy cavalry and we got a real push of the lances. However, this army is mostly containing enemy cavalry, so it'll be interesting to see what happens here. But I mean, wonky. He's a bit wonky, you can say. Oh, never mind. Let's go ahead and fight the battle.
So we attack.
Very quickly here, I can say that the terrain on this map actually favors the enemy, since they're heavy on cavalry. High hills and so on is not that clever to advance up, as you got a storm of enemy cavalry coming at you. So I've gone ahead for a defensive posture, not moving forward this time around. I do want to get my cavalry up on this hill at some point, as this is the biggest hill on the map. In terms of what we've done with the troops, we've got, the main line of troops in a single line going across with 2 reserve units back here. Then we've got the guards situated a little bit above, so they're able to shoot above the troops in front. And then we got 1 reserve next here to the hill, because I kind of need that there. So we got plenty of cavalry coming in on this side. We got plenty of cavalry coming in on this side as well. Looks like they could possibly be trying to move around on a flank here. So what I want to do is I want to move like this. Oh shit, I completely forgot about those shitty reinforcement units. We're going to detach the lances. They move quickly enough that they will be able to join in here. And I guess the general will fire a pistol here to try and hold them off for a little bit. What? Barely a volley of pistol fire onto this, and they start to oh, maybe they saw the lances. Right, the other lancer will move over here. These guys quickly do about face and open fire as soon as you bloody well can. Right, what's taking so long? Good volley. Took out almost 100 men of them. The Lancer units suffered a few casualties, not much. The enemy breaks before properly reaching the force. In the meantime, the main Korean attack goes in. They're focusing all their cavalry onto my right side. So we're gonna have to focus on that. Lancers, head over there. We'll have the general move over there as well. And this extra unit that was running down these will head over there. Looks like we're doing pretty well in dealing with the main attacking force. Now we need to see about all that cavalry that's coming in. They're doing a wide flank. They're way in my flank here. As they've now moved properly past me. Alright, let's go ahead and face them. Let's not move too fast here. So this one ends up way out of bounds of the rest of the units. Our lances are not as heavily armored as the Koreans, so I want to move further to the flank. Okay, let's move in. Let's move in with the cavalry now. The cuirassiers taking heavy damage. But we are holding. Oh, did those guys fire? Oh, it's matchlocks. I'm gonna move my general forward to support that. The main onslaught did not make it anywhere close to my lines. And with the support of the general, their cavalry was broken as well. And we are victorious. There's going to be a little bit of cavalry left that we're going to have to try and break down. I think it's probably more important to get after the infantry. The cavalry I won't be able to get at. So the 2 Lancer units will be ordered to chase down those. But there we go. The second battle is won. Heavy losses for the cuirassiers holding off the securing and holding off the enemy on the right flank there. About 1,000 Koreans made it their way after the battle. There's a problem when you've got heavy cavalry, and lancers aren't that good at riding down enemies as light cavalry. But I probably wouldn't have traded it for anything else, because we definitely needed the power of heavy cavalry to stop those Korean cavalry coming down on our flank with their heavy lancers. Hanoverian Guards killed the most, didn't lose anyone, killed almost 1,000 men, but that's not surprising as they had a line ahead of them. We completely kind of missed out on the main infantry fighters. I was focusing on the more important thing, which was the cavalry. The infantry moved directly towards my strongest point, where we had the double lines with the guards behind. They were literally moving straight towards that, so there was no way they're going to get through there. The cavalry, however, moving in such a wide flank, they were more of an issue. With that, we secure yet another battle marker, so I'll have to eat my words on that one. 50-50. Kind of interesting. Let's bring in all our forces and have you have range to move in. Right. But it's not an outer assault, and they're going to be heavily reinforced. So they're going to have 13,000 men against my 15,000, and they still have some remnants that could come in and do some and upset us a little bit.
Ready for orders.
With that, though, I think I'll leave it as it is now. This will be the video, and then for the next one, we'll hopefully fight this one, then end turn, keep this one in place, and then fight this one. And then sort of the main battle of Korea is done. I will, during that, continuously bombard all of these. And then we'll see where, out here on the fields, where we will meet them in combat. Also, eventually the Russian fleet might turn up. I don't know. I definitely saw them boarding a ship and moving somewhere. But, you know, I guess they could send their Black Sea fleet that's coming here. That always works out well, sailing halfway around the world to engage a battle off the coast of Japan. Right, with that said, we'll end it right here with the victory of the Battle of Wonju in May of 1869. And with that, I'll say as I always say, hopefully you guys enjoy this. And hopefully I'll see you guys for our next one. Bye.